Check it out. I have a ghost story. Let's get into it. I didn't believe in ghosts when I took the job. Hotels are old. Old buildings make noise. Pipes knock, elevators hum, lights flicker. That's what I told myself when I accepted the night auditor position of the Belhaven Hotel. It paid better than most overnight jobs, and I liked quiet. I wouldn't say I liked being alone exactly, but I didn't mind it. That changed after the third week. Belhaven was built in 1923, 7 floors, brick exterior. Too narrow for modern taste, but charming enough to keep tourists coming. The lobby lights were warm and yellow, the kind that made everything feel softer than it really was. My shift ran from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. Most nights, nothing happened. Guests slept, the lobby clock ticked, the coffee maker hissed every hour like it was breathing, and every night, without fail, at 3:17 a.m., the lights on the fourth floor flickered. Not all of them, just one hallway. I noticed it my first week and mentioned it to the maintenance. They checked the wiring, found nothing. After that, I stopped bringing it up. It was on Tuesday when I first heard the phone ring. Not the front desk phone, the house phone. Each floor had one, mounted near the stairwell in case of emergencies. They rarely rang. Most guests didn't even know they existed. The call came at 3:18 a.m. The display lit up room 417. I stared at it for a long time before answering. Front desk, I said, "How can I help you?" There was no static, no breathing, just silence. "Hello," I tried again. Silence, still nothing. Then the line went dead. I logged it in as a misdial. I wish I hadn't. The calls continued, always from room 417, always between 3:17 and 3:20 a.m. Never any sound on the other end. I checked the reservation system. Room 417 wasn't occupied, hadn't been for months. When I mentioned it to the day manager, she frowned. "That room stays empty," she said. "Why?" She hesitated. "Plumbing issues." That was the first lie that I caught. Curiosity gets you killed in a horror movie. In real life, it just keeps you up at night. My 5th overnight call from room 417, I grabbed the master key and took the elevator up. The 4th floor smelled colder than the others. Not moldy, not damp, just empty, like air that hadn't been breathed in a long time. The hallway lights flickered as I stepped out. 417 was at the end. I knocked. No answer. I unlocked the door. The room was immaculate. Too immaculate. No dust, no smell. The bed was made with military precision. Curtains were open, facing the street below. The bathroom light was on. I stood in the doorway for a long time before entering. Nothing felt wrong until I noticed the clock. 3:16 a.m. It ticked forward. 3:17. The lights flickered. The phone rang. The phone rang right behind me. I spun around. The house phone on the wall began to ring, slow and hollow. I didn't answer it. I backed out of the room and locked the door with shaking hands. The ringing stopped the moment the lock clicked. I didn't go back up for a week. I told myself stress was playing tricks on me. Then one night, a guest came down to the front desk around 2:45 a.m., an older woman, pale, nervous. "I need to change my room," she said. "Of course," I replied. "What seems to be the issue?" She lowered her voice. "Someone keeps turning the lights on in my room." I checked the screen. She was in room 415. "What time does it happen?" I asked. She swallowed. a little after 3. I moved her to the second floor. At 3:17 a.m., the fourth floor lights flickered again. This time, the security monitor glitched. Just for a second, long enough for me to see a figure standing in the hallway outside room 417. Tall, still, facing the camera. When the feed stabilized, the hallway was empty. I started researching old newspapers, local archives. The Belhaven had a fire in 1946, contained to one room, room 417. A woman named Eleanor Walsh had been staying alone, long-term guest, quiet, kept to herself. The fire report said it was electrical. Coroner's report said smoke inhalation. The hotel's internal memo said something else. Cause of unaliving, undetermined. She had been found near the phone. The next call came the night I decided to quit. 3:17 a.m., the house phone rang. 417, I answered. This time there was breathing, slow, measured, then a woman's voice. Can you turn the lights off, she asked. Her voice sounded tired. I'm trying to sleep. I couldn't speak. I don't like it when they're on, she continued. They never turn off. The line went dead. The lights on the fourth floor flickered, then went dark. All of them. I left the Belhaven the next morning. I didn't give notice. I didn't explain. They didn't ask. A month later, I checked the hotel's website out of morbid curiosity. Under amenities, they added a line. Fourth floor lighting system upgraded for guest comfort. Room 417 is still not listed. Sometimes when I can't sleep, I check the time, 3:17 a.m., and I wonder if the lights stay on because someone is still waiting for them to be turned off. I like that story. Follow to hear me read a story every night. Thank you.